time of my life. Hey, I never felt this way before.
From building timelines to assigning the right people and even spotting risks across dozens of projects, Monday Sidekick knows your business, thinks ahead, and takes action. One click on the star and consider it done.
And I owe it all to you.
Try Monday Sidekick. AI you'll love to use on Monday.com.
Vic, so do you fancy coming on a sober holiday?
Don't worry, we're not talking about some corporate wellness retreat with cucumber water and enforced eye contact.
No, this is a sober awkward retreat. 8 days of sun, sweat, laughter and absolutely no hangovers.
Yep, it's all happening in Thailand next October. Picture this: yoga at sunrise, writing workshops, ice baths, Thai boxing, and lots of awkward sober dancing under the stars.
It's a proper holiday with proper weirdos, our kind of people.
Yeah. You'll meet legends who've also given the booze a boot and want to have fun without feeling like a social reject.
Come solo or grab a mate. Bring your awkward, bring your sun cream. No pressure, no judgment, just a big, warm, sober hug in paradise.
All the info is at soberawkward.com/retreats. Come and get sweaty with us, emotionally and physically, in our all-inclusive jungle resort. You'll start out as 15 strangers and leave with 15 new sober mates.
I'm not sure I want 15 new sober mates, actually, particularly sober ones.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're not invited then. Now, you're probably wondering what I'm doing here on a lovely Thursday morning. Well, it's Vic here with your Thursday retrospective episode of Sober Awkward. You might be thinking, hang on, haven't I heard this before? And the answer is yes, you have. But like all good drinking stories and bad toilet humour, they both get better with age, or at least less embarrassing the more times we tell them. On Thursdays, we dust off our favourite episodes from the archives, something you might have missed, loved or listened to at the start of your sober life. Think of it as a journey back in time, or a jolly leftover, a bit like lasagna that tastes even better on day 2. So sit back, relax and enjoy this vintage slice of awkwardness. A retrospective episode reheated and served right to your ears. Well, where to begin, Hamish? Well, I mean, I think we could probably start with our own experiences of dancing the night away during our drinking years. Oh, God.
Yeah, so for those that have not heard you describe your podium-shaped signature dance move before, the floor is yours, pun intended.
Yeah, so I think we better start with that. So in my drinking days, well, I've talked about this before on the podcast, but I think we can just go over it again. I used to do something called the human podium.
Yes.
Yeah, so we used to go to this dodgy nightclub, I can't remember, Pav Tav, I think it was, in Brighton. And I used to, at some point in the night, after one too many bevies, get on all fours and invite everybody in the whole nightclub to take turns dancing on my back. So in the morning, not only would I wake up with a severe back issue, but I'd also wake up with footprints on my tank top.
Oh, it was literally... Okay, so I imagined that you were the base of a human pyramid.
No.
Oh, you were literally
No,
you were just at a stage.
I was like a table. It was just me on all fours, and then people would take turn on standing on my back.
Wow.
And then dancing, and then getting off, and the next person would go on.
Oh, there was a queue.
There was a queue, yeah.
Wow, okay, why?
I just thought it was hilarious. I just thought it was funny. That was dancing for me, was just about it being funny and having a laugh with my mates. And my mates all thought that was hilarious. And then all of a sudden they'd go, right, Vic, human podium. And I was just totally up for it.
I agree with you that dancing is about laughing a lot, but I would say that facing each other and looking at each other is the fun of it. You're just laughing to the floor there. You just on your all fours looking at the floor, giggling.
Laughing, yeah. I just thought it was very funny.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was trying to have a think about my other dance moves. And I wanted to describe my different stages of dancing to you.
Okay, good.
'Cause it's been through an evolution, a dance evolution.
Lovely.
That's going to be the name of my dance TV show.
Oh, it's your dance album.
Dance Evolution 94. Yeah, so I started off as a side stepper at school discos, Hamish. So I used to hold on to a boy's shoulders, stand about a metre apart. A cheesy ballad would come on, like one of the old, I can't remember which
Enrique
songs.
Iglesias. Hero
Yeah, Enrique,
was-
Hero. Like I was a bit before that. Then I'm trying. It was an Eurythmics one that we used to dance to. Anyway, so that was all a bit awkward. So that was.
And that one, the key is just don't make eye contact with the
Don't
person
make
you're
eye
dancing
contact
with.
until they go in for the slimy kiss.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and then you sort of have to bend your elbows.
Yeah.
And then I became one of those idiots that thinks they can break dance as soon as Grandmaster Flash is played.
Yeah.
So any sort of beatboxing or hip hop tune would come on, and I would automatically think that I was from the streets of New York with a bit of cardboard on the ground with a stereo next to me, and I would start doing some really, really bad breakdancing moves.
I don't know anyone that hasn't been through that stage. That's
Okay, good.
You're okay.
Well, that makes me feel a bit better then. Then I became a piss taker dancer. So not piss taking other people, but just like doing rowing moves, feeding the chickens. Do you remember that one? Looks like you're throwing out some grain. Digging was always a good one.
Yeah.
And of course, the lasso if you wanted to pull someone towards you. They were kind of my signature moves. I liked the connection with my mates of doing these stupid moves and these daggy moves. But then I became a raver, and then my marching on the spot began.
Yeah.
And that was like that was the evolution. So I think I went through everything, and then I just decided that dancing on the spot next to a speaker, frothing at the mouth, was good enough.
I tell you what I learnt, which I'd forgotten until we had the night out the other night. So yes, raving equals dancing on the spot. And I'll tell you why I think that is. Because when you're raving and you're out for like 6 to 10 hours, you've got to conserve the energy.
Yeah.
You can't be doing your fake breakdancing.
No.
Or be a table bass.
Yeah.
It's just, what can I do for 6 to 10 hours on one spot, conserving it but still happy? And I think dancing on the spot is the answer.
Yeah, totally. Because you can't do that all night because you're doing it for 12 hours, as you say, like something full on at a rave. So everybody was just dancing on the spot, weren't they?
I had a friend who he swears he's called it techno elbow. So if you're basically pointing, I guess.
Oh, that's exactly what you were doing.
Yeah,
that is your move, yeah.
But he got techno elbow.
It's like tennis elbow, but
it's
for
very
dancing.
much like tennis elbow for dancers. Yeah.
Yeah. We did used to do the sports one. So you do different sports when you were dancing. So you do like a javelin move, then the tennis move, or you maybe do like a ping pong move. Yeah, just the funny sort of piss take dancing. That was always good.
Yeah. One thing that we definitely had in common, I think, when dancing drunk was confidence. So I've always described my dancing as being similar to my karaoke, which is all enthusiasm and no talent at all.
Yeah, totally.
Which I think is enough to get away with it in karaoke and maybe dancing too. I don't do anything too complicated, nothing too intricate. I just keep it to the basics. I think I was probably stuck in your piss take stage most of my dancing life. That has always been more fun than actually trying to dance.
Yep.
Just being very accepting of the fact, okay, you're not very good at dancing, but you love doing it. Can you do it whilst making people laugh?
Yeah, because I always found serious dancers, I always thought it was a bit odd, but I wouldn't think it was odd now. But back in the day, I thought, oh God, they're all a bit serious, aren't they? And, making themselves trying to look cool. Whereas I thought the piss-taking dancing was much more fun.
But then I wanted to think of dance moves, and you've mentioned breakdancing. Dance moves which you only tried after a few drinks when your confidence was sky high, okay? The first one I thought of was the worm.
Of course,
Okay?
Hamish.
Everyone at some point when drunk on a dance floor has tried it. I don't know anyone that's actually tried it and been like, oh, I actually can do it.
Yeah, I've never ever gone, oh my God, he's amazing at the worm. That's the best thing I've ever seen. All I see is people wriggling around on the floor like a maggot.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
usually chin injuries. That's the most commmen.
I had a chin injury. I had a cut on my chin most Saturday mornings from about 1995 to 2005.
It's honestly, everyone's done that. I want to know, if you can do the worm, where did you learn? Because it wasn't on a dance floor. You must have done it in your bedroom.
Nobody
Or people
learns.
that can actually do the moonwalk.
Yeah.
I mean, don't try it and then you can just do it. You've practiced by yourself. Maybe you've got no siblings, you've got a lot of time on your hands. But then when you do it on a dance floor, it's pretty cool.
Well, that's the thing, Hamish. would you ever do the worm sober? No one would ever attempt it. It's so dangerous. It's just like throwing yourself on the floor really hard with your face first. So actually, you would never practice it until you were drunk.
Well, have I told you that I was the mascot for Surrey Cricket Club?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I was this big lion. I did it for 4 seasons, and they basically said, look, have you got a signature dance move? And I was like, oh, not really. And they said, Vinny the Viking, who is the Yorkshire mascot, Vinny the Viking can do the worm. I was like, shit, that's...
In the mascot outfit?
In the mascot. Well, to be fair, he always won the mascot races because there's not a lot in a Viking outfit.
Okay.
It's pretty much just like wearing a onesie with a helmet.
Okay.
Whereas I was a lion, I had huge shoes and a huge head.
You got a massive helmet as well.
Yeah. So I said, well, I can do the robot, which is pretty much the only dance move that I could do as the lion.
Okay.
And I overkilled it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's really the only thing I could do.
Oh, the robot's a good move, though, Hamish, I must say. If you do it well, if you're popping and locking at the right places.
I think people were pretty forgiving, given I was dressed as a lion.
Okay,
there was no
enough.
popping and locking. But the second dance move, which comes up a lot when you're drunk and overconfident, is the crowd surf. Are you familiar?
Yeah.
Did you try this in your drinking days?
Hamish, I am not built for the crowd surf. I never have been. It was always skinny girls in tight denim shorts leaping onto blokes. I would have crushed people and been involved in a court case. Murder on the dance floor.
Very good. See, I think the crowd surf, I did try it a few times. It never went the way you wanted to. I actually found more often than not, it wasn't me that was getting hurt. It was you'd accidentally knee someone or elbow someone, usually a girl.
Oh,
and you're,
awkward.
oh no, I'm the guy that kneed or elbowed a girl in the crowd.
Yeah.
And you're sort of hated for the rest of the night. I think that dance move does get confused with the dirty dancing one. You know, when someone goes, oh, I'll run towards you and lift me above your head. You seen that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dirty dancing one's a good one.
Well, that is another one that never ends well.
Because you go over the top.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think the guy often looks weak because, I couldn't keep her up there. And the girl often ends up face planting.
Yeah, it's
so
really
everyone
dangerous.
is a loser in that one.
Yeah. God, that is some of those dance moves. Actually, we must talk about the danger of dance moves. Because sometimes I see people get really injured. Like that one, for example, or spinning someone round and letting go and they fly across the dance floor. They were some of the worst injuries in my drinking days, was people getting their head whacked against a pillar in a nightclub or something.
I can remember only wanting to be in the mosh pit. Like that was the only place I was okay to be injured.
Yeah.
If there's a mosh pit and you're like 17, like, this is where we are for the night.
Oh, the mosh pit.
Yeah.
God, I'm sure there's been a few massive, especially in the skinhead days.
Yeah.
Like the mosh pit was a nasty place to be, I should imagine.
Listen up. There are 2 ways to do dry January.
Option 1, the classic. You go it alone, you white knuckle it like you're climbing Everest in flip-flops.
You sit at home, bored out of your mind, complaining to anyone who'll listen.
Treating the whole month like a prison sentence where your only visitors are regret and FOMO.
And then, on the 1st of Feb, you get absolutely obliterated because you learned nothing except how to suffer silently.
Yeah. Or you can hear us out and choose option 2.
You join a community of incredible, like-minded women from all over the world in Sarah Rusbatch's 30-day alcohol-free challenge.
Instead of white-knuckling it, you're learning real tools, real science, real strategies that actually change your mindset around booze.
You get connection, support, accountability, laughs, coaching, resources, daily inspiration. Honestly, it's like swapping a damp sleeping bag for a 5-star hotel.
And the best part? Women finish the month feeling proud, empowered, clear-headed, and they don't go and get smashed on February the 1st.
Because they've changed something deeper. They actually understand alcohol now and themselves.
So if you want dry January to be a transformation, not a punishment,
join Sarah's 30-day alcohol-free challenge. Seriously, do dry January the smart way.
And give February the 1st a whole new vibe. Just head to sarahrusbatch.com.
Hey, it's Raj.
And Noah.
And we're back with a new season of Am I Doing It Wrong? The show that explores the all-too-human anxieties we have about trying to get our lives right.
Because we're still doing a lot of stuff wrong.
But who isn't? That's why each week we're talking about the topics that we could all use a little helping hand with, whether it's making new friends as an adult, managing our emotions, or even dreaming.
We'll be talking to experts in their fields who are definitely doing things right, so the rest of us can be a bit wiser and a lot better equipped to handle whatever life throws at us.
Subscribe now and listen to new episodes of Am I Doing It Wrong, dropping every Thursday starting January 1st, wherever you get your podcasts.
And for the first time ever, we're going to have full video episodes on YouTube. Because as long as there are things to get wrong, we're going to be right here to help you do them better.
Love y'all.
Imagine. Yeah, the robot I also did, but I looked like I was kind of a glitching robot rather than a kind of cool one. I liked the old routines. I've always loved like doing the nut bush or the hustle on a 70s night or the YMCA, even the Macarena, Hamish. There's something very uplifting about communal dancing, even like the other night. Even though we weren't doing the same dance, it felt like we were all in it together. It really tickles my parsnip, that, Hamish.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice, okay, good.
You know, I always like to get a root vegetable into the podcast somewhere.
What I want to ask you here is about sexy dancing.
Yes.
Because I feel as if, as a woman, there was sort of a pressure that you were expected to be able to dance in a sexy way. Men, it was like you could get away with being the idiot.
Yeah.
But girls, like, you have to be able to dance sexy. Is that something that you felt? Have I imagined that? Is that something that, like, you would practice and then be like, oh, they're good at sexy dancing, they're good at sexy dancing? Is that something you needed alcohol to feel sexy on the dance floor?
Yeah,
or
no.
am I way off the mark here?
Well, for me, you're talking to someone here who would never, ever have done anything to appease a man, I would say. So I'd never go, oh, look at me, look how sexy I am. Like, that just wasn't on the cards for me. I was just having a laugh with my mates. I didn't give a shit about what blokes thought for me in my ravey, hazy days. It was just get on the dance floor, have a laugh and, you know, be with my friends. So I never ever did that. And it was the same as fancy dress. It was a similar thing, isn't it? The women always used to dress up as nurses or cats or something weird and sexy. And I would be sat in a corner dressed as a farmer or Barry Gibb or a sausage. It was nothing else, was there? There was just me and them. It was a completely different
Always.
crowd.
Halloween, there's such a division between the two types of people, isn't there?
I think the problem was, Hamish, that I wasn't a very good dancer. So I could never make it look sexy, even if I wanted to. In fact, one of the most embarrassing things I ever did, which made me realise how unsexy I was on a dance floor, was I went to a Zumba class. And it was in one of those ballet rooms where they have mirrors all around. And I remember looking up and I looked exactly like David Brent in The Office doing his dance.
Oh, no.
Even my face, my neck was all down and I was kind of doing a funny arm. I was like, oh my God, I am Ricky Gervais. It was bad.
In me and Liz's like early days of our relationship, she was a member of Fitness First in Bondi, and she would do on Saturday morning, she'd do, I think it was a Zumba, it was a dance class.
Yeah.
And basically it was, to me it always felt, people always have a go at Americans for being overly enthusiastic. I think overly enthusiastic is a fantastic place to be.
Yeah, in
It's
dance
a good, neutral
especially,
gig.
yeah.
So I would go to this class early, like really early in our relationship, and it was almost all women, and the enthusiasm, I think it was because it was Saturday morning and people were moving, was through the roof.
Yeah,
so you're meant to be sort of dancing in a circle, but inevitably there are people that went every Saturday, like break off in their own little circle, and there's like 5, 6, 7, 8 high fives to everyone.
Oh,
it
yes.
was so intense. I loved it.
Oh,
Actually,
it sounds
that was
good.
probably my first sober dancing, was Saturday morning
yeah.
in gyms.
Oh, I would like to go to that. That sounds, I like that sort of thing.
I think the enthusiasm might
Oh, it might
upset
annoy
you.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. The pessimist here.
The positives really get to you.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh my God, these
Piss
idiots. Yeah, for fuck's sake, what are you so happy for? Dancing for me has never been about really how I looked. It was just about having fun and connecting. It was kind of freedom, escapism, release from the mundane, I think, kind of like getting out of the boring. Nothing better than a beat creeping back in and a peaky crescendo, Hamish. I used to love that in my rave days, even sober. And last night was proof, actually, that I can still feel those feels, those real dancing highs. It was amazing.
See, for me, although most of these memories involved alcohol, they are some of my fondest memories. I think in that lied my big fear in going sober. I was afraid that the dance floor, which has been my happy place and so many wonderful memories, was going to turn into a place where I felt self-conscious or felt afraid or felt just like I wanted to avoid it because it felt too awkward. So, and I think a lot of people probably do feel that. That was honestly one of my first thoughts. I'm going sober. Oh shit, the dance floor. And I guess maybe that is unusual because I didn't have a problem with drinking. People are probably thinking of bigger issues when they go sober. But for me, that was one of my first thoughts.
Yeah, I think that's very common.
How soon after giving up the grog did you think about the fact that you had to dance sober? Was it as immediate as me or did it come later?
I think because we're different types of drinkers, Hamish, I think it was much later on. That wasn't a big concern for me. My concern was giving up alcohol. What was going to come after in a few months or a few years, it was sort of irrelevant dancing to me, because I think I felt, I was scared and I was changing so much. There was so much going on that I think returning to the dance floor was really at the bottom of my list. I was really just trying to be a better mum, and I was staying home more, and my funky footwork had to take a rest. I think sometimes you just got to concentrate on really what's important in sobriety. And for me, dancing wasn't at the beginning. But of course, there came a stage later on when I knew I wanted to start dancing again and living a normal life. And that did come. I was very self-conscious without that social lubricant, and I was aware of my every movement, and it felt really, really awkward at first. So I didn't do it that much, but if I did, it was on my deck at home with a good Ministry of Sound Classics album.
Yeah.
So really, I practiced for a couple of years even, Hamish, before I went out dancing. And actually, I loved not doing it for a while. It felt good because usually dancing for me was so chaotic, and it was all about drinking, and it was all about kind of this whirlwind of a night and me not remember anything. And so actually, it was nice to take a step back from that for a while and feel a bit more peaceful and not feel like I had to go out. And I think a lot of people feel like that in early sobriety. So I think we will say that in this podcast too, like, don't force yourself back onto a dance floor just because you feel like you have to do it. Sometimes it's nice to take a break from something and go, well, that was great, but now I'm ready to go back in. I'm ready to hit the floor.
For sure. Some of my best dances have been in the kitchen, at home with Liz, in front of Sunny.
Yeah. Busting a groove in front of the kids is always funny.
Yeah.
And actually throughout that time, that was my dancing fix. The one we always play is LMFAO, Every Day I'm Shuffling.
Yeah.
And I always bring out that, shuffle move at that one. And that's private dancing with my family that has led me almost to the Fatboy Slim gig. So I've always been dancing, but it's always been at home. I haven't been out that much.
Shall we take a second here to talk about jumping in the deep end?
Yeah.
Because both you say doing a lot of dancing on the deck. I've done a lot of dancing in the kitchen. And even though it's been, for you 5 years and for me just under one, going back to a rave at Fatboy Slim, we started dancing side of stage. And we were the only people side of stage. So if you think about being afraid of dancing, in public, everyone at the gig was looking at him, and we were probably in the peripheral of their vision. So I felt quite self-conscious at the start. I was like, holy shit, we are dancing on the stage with Fatboy Slim.
Yeah.
So it took me a while to sort of get into it, actually, the other night. It took me, I don't know how long, but by the end I was completely free, but still felt some awkwardness.
Really?
And self-conscious.
I didn't notice that in you, actually. Funnily enough, I was the absolute opposite.
Oh, you got more awkward as the night went on?
No. I just didn't have the awkwardness at all, which was surprising. It was like a bolt of lightning hit me as soon as we were walking down that path next to the arena, and I heard some classic old house tunes coming on. It was like Josh Wink and Disco Revenge. I could hear it in the background, and I was like, oh my fucking God, this is going to be amazing. And I felt a part of me return. I was like, this is who I am. This is who I've been all my life. And I numbed it out with alcohol for years. And now I'm going to get the opportunity to go with this and really experience it and remember it. And it's going to be amazing. And it was.
Okay, so I felt the same way, but not because of alcohol. I felt like some pent up, I don't know what they were. I don't want to say it was frustration, but like some pent up emotions, probably from parenting, that needed to be released were able to be released that night. So I sort of felt in equal parts upset that Liz wasn't there and she couldn't share it with me, but also grateful that she was looking after Sunday so that I could.
If you're questioning your relationship with booze, you're struggling to moderate, or your hangovers are causing anxiety, it might be time to reach out for some support.
Yeah, just talk to a mate about how you're feeling, contact a local doctor, find an AA or sobriety group. Vic's got one.
Yeah, just head to www.cuppa.community.
Remember, if you're questioning yourself, it might be time to seek support.
Even though this journey can be awkward, it is definitely worth it. And if you've enjoyed the Sober Awkward podcast, don't forget to review it, rate it, and share it with your mates.
They have to share it with their mates?
Yeah, of course they do. I'm not doing this for nothing, Hamish. Bloody hell.
How do they share it?
I don't know, just write it on the...
Vic, so do you fancy coming on a sober holiday?
Don't worry, we're not talking about some corporate wellness retreat with cucumber water and enforced eye contact.
No, this is a sober awkward retreat. 8 days of sun, sweat, laughter, and absolutely no hangovers.
Yep, it's all happening in Thailand next October. Picture this: yoga at sunrise, writing workshops, ice baths, Thai boxing, and lots of awkward sober dancing under the stars.
It's a proper holiday with proper weirdos, our kind of people.
Yeah. You'll meet legends who've also given the booze a boot and want to have fun without feeling like a social reject.
Come solo or grab a mate. Bring your awkward, bring your sun cream. No pressure, no judgment, just a big, warm, sober hug in paradise.
All the info is at soberawkward.com/retreats. Come and get sweaty with us, emotionally and physically, in our all-inclusive jungle resort. You'll start out as 15 strangers and leave with 15 new sober mates.
I'm not sure I want 15 new sober mates, actually, particularly sober ones.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're not invited then.
Hey, it's Raj.
And Noah.
And we're back with a new season of Am I Doing It Wrong? The show that explores the all too human anxieties we have about trying to get our lives right.
Because we're still doing a lot of stuff wrong.
But who isn't? That's why each week we're talking about the topics that we could all use a little helping hand with. Whether it's making new friends as an adult, managing our emotions, or even dreaming.
We'll be talking to experts in their fields who are definitely doing things right, so the rest of us can be a bit wiser and a lot better equipped to handle whatever life throws at us.
Subscribe now and listen to new episodes of Am I Doing It Wrong? Dropping every Thursday starting January 1st, wherever you get your podcasts.
And for the first time ever, we're going to have full video episodes on YouTube. Because as long as there are things to get wrong, we're going to be right here to help you do them better.
Love y'all.
Hi, this is Christy from Back to the Bar. You've probably heard about GLP-1 weight loss medications and the side effects that can come with jumping in too fast. That's why I Love Noom makes getting started easy. Their microdose GLP-1 program begins with a smaller dose and gradually scales up based on how your body reacts. The Noom GLP-1 microdose program starts at $99 and is delivered to your door in 7 days. Start your microdose GLP-1 journey today at Noom.com. That's Noom.com. Noom, micro changes, big results.
Average weight loss 8 pounds in first month. Meds and personalization based on clinical need and not available to all individuals. Medications are not reviewed by FDA for safety, efficacy, or quality. Pricing based on first month only.
So, as you probably know, my comedy memoir, 1,000 Wasted Sundays, is officially out. All my magnificent fuck-uppery in one awkward hit. If you'd like to get your hands on a copy, it's now available from all good bookstores.
We always say all good bookstores, don't we?
Yeah.
Are there bad bookstores?
No, it's probably ones with moody sellers.
Oh yeah, really
Yeah.
depressed librarian folk.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
good,
yeah.
good.
So there are probably some, but we're only storing it in the good ones.
It's only made it into the goodies.
You can also get it from all good online retailers. The print version and ebook are out now, and the audiobook will be available in March. I've been writing my memoir for 5 years. It will make you laugh, cry and cringe, and hopefully inspire a few people to reconsider their relationship with booze. If you love the podcast, then I think you'll love the book, even if I do say so myself. Hamish has read it. What did you think?
I feel like I know a little bit too much about you now, to be honest, Vic. Look, I really loved it. It was hilarious and surprisingly moving, but I feel like I've seen you naked in a literary sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's worrying.
Yeah. From an emotional point of view, seriously, it wobbled my teeny weeny wooden heart, Vic.
Okay.
My teeny little wooden heart.
Well, his wooden heart is broken. Anyway, so if you do manage to get your filthy mitts on a copy, please do me a favour and head to goodreads.com and give me a review. Doing that will help me get it out there to those that need a bit of sober support. So there you have it. My story, unwanted warts and all. Come and get awkward with me.
Not to be too demanding or anything, but seriously, go and buy it now.
Go and buy it right now.
Yeah, don't just tell your friends, buy it, and then buy your friends one or two.
Yeah, don't give them a copy, buy it. Yeah.
And you know what? Don't be careful where you store it. If you lose it, you can always buy another 5.
Buy another one.
Yeah.